Okay, here we go. Yep, so still learning. Thanks for your patience with me this evening. But yeah, so a little bit more about me. Practice under some of the top max living doctors down in Naples, Florida. Was there for about a year before moving to North Carolina, where I had my own practice for about 2.5 years before Dr. Leanne scooped me up and brought me to Greenwood. And now been here for almost 4 years now, serving the great people of Indiana, and looking forward to being here for many more years to come. So that's just a brief story about me. Actually, a little bit more about me. Some of you as patients probably know this story. Those of you who are probably tuning in for the first time don't. But we're going to be talking how keto ties in with some weight loss this evening. And for me, and where a lot of my passion comes from in helping people to be healthier is that I used to have weight struggles myself. I used to weigh 300 pounds, had high blood pressure, was just dealing with a lot as far as trying to lose that weight, to be healthier, to be a good example for my patients, to make sure that I could set, again, the right example, but to be like, hey, if I can do this, you can do this too. And that's what a large part of tonight is going to be focused on, keto and how it can help with weight loss. Looks like we've got a lot of people who are trying to get into the studio real quick. Give me 1 second. Maybe reach out to Dr. Leanne and see how I can let them into the studio. Hang on 1 second for me. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. So, little technical difficulty, but I think we should be good to go. So again, go ahead and like give me a hey, what's up, or send me your favorite emoji. Let me know that y'all can hear me. Awesome. Good. Hello, Stephanie. Hello, Madeline. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, awesome. So let's go ahead and keep on going. Let's see. We get back to the PowerPoint here. So our mission in Greenwood Family is always to be helping people close the gap from where they currently are in their level of health to ultimately where they want to be. And we do that through empowering longer, healthier lives, not only through chiropractic, but the 5 essentials of max living. Hey, Sherry, thanks, Dolan. Moving on. As we go through this evening, by all means, go ahead and feel free to send questions, comments. I'll do my best to answer as many of them as I possibly can as we go along. Let's see. All right. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Julie. Thanks for joining us tonight. Let's see. Okay. So, yeah, again, comments, questions. I'll do my best to answer them. If I don't get to those tonight, I'll try and catch you if you're a patient in the office. But I'm going to do my best to try and answer as many of those questions as we possibly can. So, all about keto. Many of you have probably heard about keto. That's why you're here tonight. It was a craze that overtook the country a couple of years ago with the basis of eating fat to be able to lose fat, to be able to lose weight. Those things that really take the country by storm, that's the new fad or the next big craze, are fun, but typically the problem tends to be is that we don't do things the right way or the healthiest way. And we'll talk a little bit more about that here in a second when we get to the quality of the types of foods that we want to be consuming when we're doing something like a ketogenic diet. So you may have some questions about what keto is, how it works, but we'll definitely take these next few slides to help answer some of those questions for you. First question being, how does keto or ketosis, how does it work? Imagine that your body is a car, and glucose is your body's gasoline. Your body breaks down food into glucose for energy, but what happens is when your body doesn't have enough glucose to use, what happens? Does it shut down? Does it stop altogether? I mean, after all, your car can't run without gasoline. Your body can't run without an essential fuel source. But fortunately, our bodies are not like a car. It does not shut down once we run out of fuel. We have a backup fuel called ketones, which your liver creates from fat. Your body burns the fat stores, breaks the fat stores down, and then sends it via the bloodstream out to the liver, where the liver breaks it down into ketones and fatty acids. When that happens, it puts your body into a state called ketosis. On a keto diet, you restrict carbohydrates, you have moderate amounts of protein, which means you consume a diet that is high in fat. Insufficient carbohydrates or protein means that your body doesn't have much glucose for fuel. And your body can actually break down protein into glucose as well, gluconeogenesis. So your body utilizes that the ketones as a backup for fuel, converting the fat into ketones. And that's essentially what ends up your body burning the extra fat stores that we have, not only from the fat that you eat, but also the fat stores that you have of that extra weight that you may be trying to lose. So how do we get into ketosis? Ratios. The ratios of the different macronutrients, so fats, proteins, and carbohydrates. Okay, so there are different percentages of the amount of calories that you eat in a day, again, macronutrients that you need to be observing or following to put your body into a state of ketosis. The recommended percentages of nutrients on a ketogenic diet consist of 60 to 75% fat. So if you're just using round numbers, going to break out my calculator here, Let's say you're someone who does a 2,000 calories a day. You want 60 to 75% of those calories to be from fat. So let's do 60%. So 1,200 calories from your daily caloric intake need to be from fat to put you in a state of ketosis. So there's the math for the fat. Then you want to look at 20 to 30% of your macros coming from protein and 5% coming from net carbs. So some carbs are higher on the glycemic index. Other carbs are lower, meaning that the higher the glycemic index, the higher it causes your blood sugar levels to rise. While following a ketogenic diet, it's important that you understand what a net carb is, because knowing net carbs and how that affects your blood sugar levels can either keep you in ketosis or it can kick you out real quick when you have a blood sugar spike. Now, once you're in ketosis, how do you figure out, are you staying there? Are you successful in accomplishing your end goal of being in ketosis so that you can burn greater amounts of fat? Let's see. Hang on 1 second for me. All right, go back over here. Okay. And one thing that I've done in the past is there are a bunch of different apps out there that can help you keep track of your macros. I utilized Carb Manager. It looks like that. You can find that on the App Store, either on Android or Apple. That's a great tool that allows you to put in what you're eating through the day, keeping track of your macros, to know whether or not you're remaining in ketosis. Another thing that you can utilize are ketone test strips. Basically, best time to do that is like first thing in the morning. You can use it as a urine strip. There's also saliva strips. The urine strips are the most effective and most accurate in telling you whether you are in ketosis or if maybe a little bit of a cheat day, it actually kicked you out. So that's how you want to keep track of, are you staying on track? Are you staying in ketosis? Are you still burning fat for energy? Calculating net carbs. So you want to know how many carbs you're taking in, so you know whether or not you're within that 5% or 20 to 50 net carbs per day. So how you calculate that? You take your total carbohydrates, which you can find on the daily nutrition value, and then you subtract the fiber, you subtract sugar alcohols, erythritol and xylitol. You can see an example down there at the bottom. If a snack has 20 total carbohydrates with 5 grams of fiber and 2 grams of sugar alcohols, that bar contains 13 net carbs. So that's keeping you in that 20 to 50 net carbs a day that you want to make sure that you're consuming to keep you in a state of ketosis. Let's see. Going on. Okay, so now that we know how keto works, how your body gets into it, we're going to discuss, look at the little different benefits of ketosis on the body. So first and foremost, keto and weight loss. I mean, if our goal is to burn fat for weight loss, it only makes sense that being in ketosis, which burns fat, is going to help you lose weight. Does that make sense? I hope so. So when your body enters into the state of ketosis, the primary source of fuel gets switched from carbohydrates or sugars, and it gets switched to fat. Okay, because of that, fat loss is boosted and weight loss increases. Keto and brain function. So not only does keto have the weight loss benefit, but research shows that keto is also linked to enhancements in cognitive brain function. So just as the body can use ketones for energy, ketones can also supply your brain with up to 70% of the energy it needs to function throughout the day. Now, okay, Dr. Grant, some of you may be thinking, so it gives me 70% necessary for brain function. Where does that remaining 30% come from? The remaining 30% comes from the carbohydrates, the 20 to 50 grams of carbohydrates that you are able to consume throughout the day while still keeping you in a state of ketosis. So research has shown that with the ketogenic way of eating has been linked to improved memory, cognition, and even some improvement in decrease in migraines. A great benefit there as well. Next one, keto and blood sugar. Okay, so how does keto affect blood sugar? Well, when you eat foods that contain less carbohydrates, you're not going to be putting sugar into your system. You're going to have less frequent glycemic index or sugar spikes. You're also going to have less necessity for insulin in your system sorry, totally lost my train of thought there. Someone was texting me. Lost it, forgive me. Let me go to my notes here. So less need for insulin secretion and less fluctuations in blood sugar. So there are less peaks and valleys throughout being on a ketosis diet. Some research has shown that a ketogenic way of eating has been linked to improvements in blood sugar, A1C, just an overall great benefit to blood sugar. Because we know, I mean, the research is out there, sugar causes inflammation. And especially when you're seeing these huge spikes and insulin levels going up and then back down, up and down, up and down, ultimately leading to someone becoming insulin resistant and ultimately a type 2 diabetic. So again, keto is great for helping people balance blood sugar, so reducing the frequency of diabetes diagnosis. But then you think about heart disease. Heart disease is a result of inflammation within the system, and the clogging of arteries is the result of plaque and the oxidation of cholesterol. So again, there's another side to the benefit of ketosis. And then also when it comes to cancer patients, we know that cancer cells have 8 times the receptor sites for insulin and sugar. So again, if you're eating a ketosis-based diet, it's going to help you reduce and minimize the risk of developing one of those lifestyle modifiable diseases. So the big thing that is important as with any nutrition plan that you may be looking at, you want to make sure that you know what the importance of the quality of the foods that you're putting into your body. So the first thing that we're going to cover is what keto should not be. Is show of hands or give me a wave or a what's up if you have tried the keto diet in the past. So, let's see over here so I can see some of the responses real quick. There we go. Okay, yep, okay, okay, cool. Currently doing low carb, awesome, that's great. Not true keto, that's okay. We're actually gonna talk about keto versus the advanced plan here in just a second. So it looks like everybody that's on here has been on it. I myself have also done keto on a few different occasions. So the big thing when you are, as with any diet, and I'm sorry, I know I said that earlier, but you want to be looking at the importance of the quality you are putting into your body. So what keto should not be. A lot of people that I've talked to that have done keto have said, bacon, 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 bacon. Free ticket to eat as much bacon as you possibly could ever want, or pork rinds, or things like that. And it's like, yes, keto does give you the ability to eat those things. But it does not mean that you should go whole hog, pardon the pun, and that's all that you ever eat. Because for a number of reasons. One, you want to make sure that you're still putting good quality foods into your body. So oftentimes, like going keto, people assume they can eat anything as long as it's low carb, high fat, moderate protein. And yes, that is the basis of keto, but that's absolutely not true. Processed foods like bacon, refined oils, artificial sweeteners, they can all be low carb, high fat, but it doesn't mean they are healthy or even weight loss friendly. I mean, for example, if you're going and you're buying bacon from like Kroger, Meijer, Walmart, and just your conventional grocery store, probably not the healthiest source of bacon or pork. For one, pigs are bottom feeders. They're very acidic in nature, which acidity leads to the development of disease in the human body. But there are some good sources that you can find out there. For example, I get all my meat from ButcherBox. It's an online food delivery service that all of their meat is grass-fed, sustainably sourced, antibiotic and hormone-free. And those are the types of sources that you, hold on one second. You want to be looking for, because they have sent their meat product off to colleges of agriculture to check to see if they're balanced between omega-3 and omega-6 ratios. So highly recommend ButcherBox. Check it out, butcherbox.com. Great company, great business, great food. So that's for bacon. When it comes to refined oils, like cooking with vegetable oil, like canola or mazola or any of the other oils, whatever you want to call them, they become denatured and they cause an inflammatory process within the body. So you want to be cooking, especially with high heat, like coconut oil and grape oil. You can cook with olive oil as long as it's a low heat. It's better to save those for like your salad dressings and so on. Let's see. Artificial sweeteners, got to be careful there because that's a chemical, and chemicals cause inflammation within the body. Not only that, but research is coming out that's showing things like aspartame, sucralose, Splenda are actually beginning to show that they actually can cause weight gain as well as demineralization of bones, so ultimately lead to osteoporosis, osteopenia. So you want to be very careful with those different things. Better to use a natural sweetener like stevia, like the liquid one that we sell in the office. Let's see. Get back to PowerPoint here. So keto meets the advanced plan. Now, the advanced plan is a higher fat, low carb, moderate protein plan. Many patients that I've talked with and had nutrition consults with, Max Living has been doing keto before keto was keto. When you consume a keto diet, it's important to focus on quality whole foods rather than the processed unhealthy sources, as we just covered. That's why integrating a Max Living Advanced plan into keto diet will not only deliver better results, but it's ultimately going to help you achieve that healthier lifestyle, because you know what you're putting into your body. You know that it's coming from a good, whole, toxin-free source. So the foundation of the advanced plan is built around choosing the purest sorts of food groups. Food groups lead to easier absorption by the body, delivering lasting weight loss results that you ultimately intended when you first got on board with wanting to lose weight and be healthier. Biggest factor that really differentiates keto from the advanced plan is the ratio of nutrients recommended while following ketogenic diet, with fat being the primary energy source of ketosis. So the recommended percentages of nutrients of keto, as we already discussed, 60 to 70% fat, 20 to 30% protein, 5% carbs. Both plans really, what's the word? Minimize or eliminate inflammatory foods that hold your weight hostage, as well as the overall health of your body. However, keto does specify the recommended ratio of carbs, protein, and fat to induce ketosis, while the advanced plan is going to be more specific about what foods to consume and avoid. So, for example, with fats, great sources of fat are avocados, nuts, cashews, almonds, macadamia. What else? Wild caught fish, specifically from the Pacific, but smaller fish like sardines are a great healthy fat source of omega-3s. Then you've got proteins, any kind of protein that you're going to eat with max keto or max the advanced plan. Again, you want to make sure that it's grass-fed, grass-finished for your beef. Your poultry, you want it to be free range, not kept in coops or in the long row houses that you see on the side of the interstate. And then as far as carbohydrates go, you want to be consuming berries, like darker the berry, the better. So blackberries, blueberries, great high level of antioxidants, but also giving you, the carbohydrates that will fit into that 20 to 50 grams of carbs for the day. But then also dark green leafy vegetables are complex type of carbohydrates that allow for slower release of the carbs into your body because of how the slower process that your body takes to digest them. So now, all of this sounds great. We're going to be losing weight. We're going to be getting in shape. We're going to be reversing disease process. However, you can't always have the good without the bad. So let's talk about keto flu. So during the transition period from being a carbohydrate or a sugar burner into a fat burner ketone user, there's going to be some symptoms, unpleasant symptoms due to this change. This phenomenon is called the keto flu because of the similarities to flu-like symptoms like nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, headache, weakness, or fatigue. Doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun. It doesn't last that long. It might be a day or two, maybe 3. Right around day 4 or 5, that's been my experience. Yeah, not the most fun. And so those of you who have done keto before, has anyone else experienced keto flu? And was it fun? You know, I don't know why I asked if it was fun, because I know it's not. But let's see. Yep, and it's no joke. Absolutely. I had bad headaches. Yep, so you've experienced it. And in that moment in time, you guys are probably like, I know for me anyway, when I'm going through those symptoms of the keto flu, I don't want to be around people. And people probably don't want to be around me a whole lot because I'm not fun to be around when you're breaking that sugar addiction. Because really, sugar is an addictive substance. They have done research, CT scans of comparing a sugar addict to an addict on cocaine, and the sugar center of the brain, or the pleasure center of the brain, has a greater exaggerated response to sugar, more so than it does to the individual who was hooked on cocaine. So, like, imagine the withdrawal symptoms and the attitude that comes along with it. It's not fun. It's not pleasurable for anybody. That's for sure. So the unpleasant keto flu is oftentimes just due to a lack or an electrolyte imbalance in order to combat and prevent that, a couple things you can do: make sure that you're getting plenty of water, get sufficient sleep, get enough electrolytes. Whole Foods downtown here carries Nun tablets, which you can put into your drinking water, and it's a great source of healthy electrolytes to keep things balanced. Another thing you can do, get pink Himalayan sea salt and just put like a little pinch in your water. Sure, it may taste like salt water for a little bit, but that's a good way to get electrolytes and minerals back into your system. Another thing you can do, literally, you can just lick the Himalayan salt right out of your hand. Typically, if it's an electrolyte imbalance, I mean, you could lick a whole lot of salt and you're not going to get that like gross look on your face that you typically get when you eat something that's too salty the first couple of licks. But once your body's like, nope, that's enough, that's when you get that like kind of like grossed out feeling. Someone just gave me a with tequila. Sure, go right ahead. Don't dial Dr. Leanne. I said that though. Let's see. Okay, so that's the keto flu, and those are the different things that you can utilize to avoid those. There are also a couple other things that you can use to skip over the keto flu. Where's my cursor? So max keto electrolytes. So the electrolytes, excellent source of minerals and electrolytes to boost hydration and improve electrolyte intake. It's going to help with ease into the transition getting into ketosis, and it's going to help prevent symptoms of the keto flu. As of right now, these are available on the Max Living website through greenwoodfamilychiropractic.com, our store. I'm going to show you how to find it here in just a little bit, because we don't carry them in the office at the moment, but you can order them online, have them shipped directly to your door. So we're going to cover what all of those different goodies that Max Living has come up with for us. Then you've got the Max Keto MCT oil. MCT meaning medium chain triglycerides, which is what your body breaks down to form ketones. So this supplement is going to help boost ketone production, help improve cognitive function, support healthy body weight, and help convert fat into energy. Then the next one we got, and literally the guys, this next one here, if you haven't seen, we do carry this next one in the office. And if you haven't had it yet, you need to, because they're flipping awesome. Ooh, I just got a question. Okay. So from Madeline, how do you personally incorporate MCT oil in your diet? Great question. Did anyone here from about a week or two ago see the recipe for the bulletproof coffee that was posted to Facebook? I see some people shaking their heads. I see some people have said yes. So the bulletproof coffee, Bulletproof is actually a brand of MCT that you can pour into your coffee. So what I do with the MCT oil, Madeline, I just pour it in my morning coffee. Not too much, because you can get you can get stuck in the bathroom a little bit later if you have too much. So make sure you're following the recommended dosage. So you can do that in your morning coffee with butter. I know people who really anywhere that you can put it in with liquid, like a morning smoothie, your coffee. I don't know that I'd necessarily drink it with water straight up, but anything that you can mix it in with is going to be great for incorporating that into your diet. So, but back to the Max Keto Bar. This is a great keto safe snack. Let me read some of the ingredients here for you. Contains 15 grams of healthy fats from coconut butter, almond butter, cocoa butter, sunflower butter, 10 grams of protein from pumpkin seeds and hemp protein, and it only has 2 grams of net carbs. So it's an awesome keto-friendly snack, great source of protein, supplies you with energy while you're on the go, and 15 grams of healthy fats. We do carry these on the supplement shelves in the office. They're bomb. They taste amazing. I can't tell you how many I bought and snacked on when I just was lazy and didn't have lunch for the day. So those are the 3 different supplements that we've got bundled in with this workout for you. The first bundle that we have is the Max Living 4 Keto Bundle. It's all 3 of those that we just talked about to really just give you a great one-up and a head start on your ketosis journey or revisitation to ketosis, as many of you watching today have already stated. The next one we got is the Advanced Keto Bundle. Sorry that bundle got caught off there by some of the marketing. But this also includes sorry, Sherry. Can MCT go bad? As long as you keep it in a cool, dry place and out of direct sunlight, you should be just fine and it not going rancid. Very, very stable fat is MCT as long as you keep it, again, cool, dry place, out of sunlight. Hope that answers your question. Let's see. Okay, so the Advanced Keto Bundle. Keto Meal Guidelines. Walks you through all of the do's, the don'ts, all that good stuff. But, and this again goes back to what keto should not be. It should not be all bacon, all pork rinds, all whatever. All that not so great stuff. So inside the Keto Meal Guidelines book, there's also swaps that you can make. Like, let's see, let me get the note here. So eating plan has been created as an easy to follow keto ratio aligned way to provide an example of what one day of eating on a ketogenic diet should look like. Additionally, the approved food list provides an easy way to swap out foods on the eating plan with other foods on the approved list to allow for healthy variety in your diet. When I was going through my weight loss journey back in chiropractic school, every single day looked pretty much the same. My breakfast was scrambled eggs. Lunch was like a sandwich wrap. And then dinner was chicken and salad. Not a whole lot of variety. True, I was a starving chiropractic student at that point in time, so my budget really didn't allow for much variety. But now with the keto meal guidelines, you can now explore more of a variety of different recipes, ingredients, and all that great stuff to help set you up for success. There are also numerous other keto apps out there that have recipes and ingredients and that really do work to set you up for success on your keto journey. Just keep in mind that with those other apps and resources, you always, again, want to be looking for the cleanest, most pure source of food so that you are getting the weight loss benefit, but that you're not also setting yourself up for disaster with the development of a disease process, like with, again, the bad fats, artificial sweeteners, and so on. Now, oxygen and exercise. Okay, Dr. Grant, how does oxygen and exercise tie into keto? Well, keto, as we already discussed, it's a big component of weight loss. Exercise is a big component of weight loss as well. Because you are eating more fat, your food is going to have more calories in it. So regardless of the nutrition plan, whether it's Whole30, Core Plan, Advanced Plan, Keto, the skinny margarita diet, as someone alluded to tequila earlier. In order to lose weight, you still need to create a caloric deficit, and that's where exercise is going to come into play. Even though abs aren't made in the gym, they are made in the kitchen. It's about an 80-20 split. 80% of your results are going to come from the foods that you eat. 20% is going to come from the exercise effort that you put in. This is where exercise plays a role. Now, those of you who have been patients for a while know the term max T3. Through the whole COVID pandemic, many of you have probably been jumping on to the Facebook Live workouts with Dr. Blake and the rest of the Greenwood family team. They've been doing such an awesome job with that. So kudos to them. That's typically on Thursday evenings if you want to check that out on Facebook Live. But the Max T3 workout program is a high intensity interval training workout program that is designed to get heart rate fluctuation up and down, to the point where you are getting an afterburn effect, meaning that your body is creating all the good fat burning hormones that allow your body to continue to burn fat for up to 36 hours after the exercise. So you really want to get bang for your buck and utilize your workout time efficiently. High intensity interval training is the way to go. No question about it. I work out at Orange Theory Fitness downtown here in Indy. Great workout, high intensity. It's a full hour, or now it's 45 minutes because of COVID. But that's a great workout. Dr. Leanne has been using F45, which is a gym down in Greenwood. There's also one downtown Indy, which again utilizes the high intensity interval training principle. So again, utilizing that exercise for that afterburn effect and getting the best results from the time spent working out. Let's see. Next essential, mindset. I mean, really, any goals that you set for yourself in life, you have to have the right mindset going into it. Because mindset does affect keto. I mean, we already talked about the keto flu. Does anyone really voluntarily want to deal with any of those symptoms? Diarrhea, nausea, headaches, not fun. They're not fun at all. But you have to have a connection to your big why. Why do you want to go through those symptoms, those results, to ultimately getting to that point? For some of you, maybe, you know what, I want to be there for my kids. I want to be there for my grandkids, and I can't be there if I'm dealing with other disease process as a result of being overweight or dealing with the inflammation that comes along with it. Some of you maybe, well, you know what, I want to travel the world and get to go on vacations, go hiking, climb Mount Everest. Good luck with that. But you get what I'm saying. You have to connect to, let's see. Stephanie says, it sure makes you think about that cookie after you survive keto flu. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, something that I forgot to share with you. Speaking of cookies, speaking of something that's sweet, this bad boy right here, kind of like the Max Keto bar. So this is a sea salt and caramel keto ice cream bar, and it's keto approved. It's fantastic. You can get these at Costco. Dr. Leanne turned me on to them, so I'm kind of mad at. I mean, they're keto, so they're not that bad, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, but you're absolutely right, Stephanie. You don't have the urge as much once you get through, because again, it goes back to that being addicted to sugar. Once you break the addiction, you very rarely ever want to go back. Let's see. So that's how mindset affects keto. Just reconnecting to what goals do I have for my health, and what am I going to be able to better enjoy as a result of having better health. Because when you think about it, when our health takes a downturn, it doesn't just affect us. It affects everyone around us. It affects our entire family. It affects our friends. It affects our job and our coworkers. And because when you're spending time having to reverse ill health, all of those things, all of that affects those other people too. They may be the one having to take you to the doctor's office. It may be your coworker that has to pick up pick up where you left off because you had to miss time from work. So just reconnecting with those things and what you can do to move forward and improving your health overall. Now, Greenwood Family Chiropractic. So no, y'all probably didn't think you were going to get out of here with hearing about chiropractic, because that's what we do. And a lot of people, they're like, oh, chiropractor, great, you're a bone doctor. No, not so much. Not so much at all. Yes, we move the bone, but we move the bone in your spine and in your body to help improve the overall function of your nervous system. Because when your nervous system is functioning optimally, you see amazing results from sleeping better, to being able to breathe better. There's research that has shown that a proper cervical curve helps increase blood flow to the brain by over 200%. So let's see. Sherry asked, can you not ease in to help? You can. Honestly, though, my personal opinion is rip the Band-Aid off and just go into it. I've seen more people quit who are trying to ease in than just going full bore. And I've seen better results when you just cut out the sugar. Now, that's not to say that it can't be done. If your mindset, again, so it ties back into mindset, if your mindset is in the right place and you can ease yourself into it, by all means, give it a shot. I will say that I've seen greater success with people that just go, you know what, let's get over it, because it's only about 3, 4, 5 days in that the keto flu kind of hits, and then right around day 7, 8, 9, that's when you like come out of that. Your mind is more clear. You've got greater amounts of energy, and just overall better mood overall. But yeah, that's not to say that it can't be done. Let's see. So back to nervous system. So yeah, 200% increase in blood flow to the brain with proper cervical curve. Loss of curve, they have seen a decrease of 30% lung capacity. So how that plays, I mean, when you think about it, symptoms are your body's warning sign. These are the signs that your body is trying to tell you, hey, you've got a problem. You need to do something to fix it, whether it's headaches, high blood pressure, sciatic or low back pain, numbness and tingling, fatigue, dizziness, ear infections, frequent colds, constipation, sleep problems. Well, we know how to fix constipation. Just get the keto flu. So these are your warning signs. And really think about it like, I don't know, like a fire alarm. If you wake up in the middle of the night and there's a fire alarm going off in the kitchen, do you go down and just turn off the fire alarm and go back up to bed and go to sleep? No, you wouldn't. You'd look to see, okay, where's the fire? Let's take care of it. Let's put it out. Or just get the hell out of the house if it's too late. But same thing with those symptoms. Why would you want to cut the wire to your symptom and just kind of mask it over? Get to the root of the cause. So, okay. Max Living Perspective. I'm going to show you how to get to the perspective and also to help get to the bundles that you can order for the products. So, you're going to go to www.greenwoodfamilychiropractic.com. So, hang on one second. Okay, so there's the homepage, Greenwood Family Chiropractic. Then you're going to go to the store, Health Interests. And then you're going to come down to keto. Now, this is keto because keto specific workshop, but each of these are different perspectives on the different guidelines and what you need to do to make sure that you are reaching the goals that you have. So let's see. So we'll just go to the keto one. So benefits of the keto diet and why it works. So a lot of this is going to be stuff that we covered this evening. But then you've got all this information down here. So the keto perspective, you'll click read more. Maybe. Okay, well, my internet appears to be slow there. So trust me, it's there. And if you can't get it, oh, there we go, perfect. So based on, you got the core chiropractic component, you've got the nutrition, mindset, oxygen and exercise, minimizing toxins. So all of those different great resources. You've got a direct link to the core keto bundle as well as the advanced keto bundle. So for the advanced keto bundle, $122.97. You can just add that to the cart and have it shipped directly to your house. Then you've got same thing, just click the core keto bundle, jump you right there. Or if you don't want to go through the perspective, just go back to the home page, click store, nutraceuticals, bundles, and then you've got the advanced keto bundle right there at the very top. And core keto bundle down here about halfway down. So great resources there for you to help set you up for success in dealing and working toward your keto goals. There is a keto recipe book somewhere. I'll have to see. I'll have to try and find that for you because I'm not finding it right off the top. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, I take that back. So the advanced keto bundle here for the $122.97 has the recipe book as well as the keto meal guidelines. And then the core keto bundle has the recipe book as well without the keto guideline. So great resources for you there. Let's see. Go back to my PowerPoint. All right. So action steps. If you are currently a patient, keep getting adjusted. If you are someone who is still quarantining with COVID, we miss you. We love seeing you all in the office. Come back, get your adjustment just as soon as you possibly can. Know that we are offering private adjusting times, typically 15 to 30 minutes before we open for afternoon shift, so everything has been wiped down. We're using all EPA-approved cleaners to help kill COVID on surfaces. And the doctors, we are all sanitizing our hands between adjustments. But great opportunity if you want to come in and get one of those private adjusting times squared away. Give us a call or text the team at the front desk. Action steps, check out the different apps on either Android or Apple to see if there's something there that you like that can give you more of a resource of counting the macros, counting calories. What else? If you are a guest, thank you so much for joining us this evening. You definitely want to get checked out, get your spine and nervous system evaluated. Because, I mean, here's the thing. It's like, especially when it comes to weight loss as well, you can, a lot of times for some of you, you have done keto before and you didn't see results. You have done other nutrition protocols and didn't see results. You've exercised as hard as you want, you just didn't see those results. A lot of times what can happen, you'll see things like damage to the part of the nervous system that controls thyroid. Big component of controlling metabolism and helping your body to lose weight and burn fat. So see if there's something underlying going on that we may be able to help you with that on that end as well. Let's see. And then Q&A. Does anyone have any questions for me before we wrap things up? Any questions at all? Cool. Hopefully I answered everything so far. That would be great. Let's see. And then connect. You can find us on Facebook at Greenwood Family Chiropractic. Feel free to like and follow. We'll be doing a lot more workshops like this on there in the coming months, until things kind of settle back. But hey, maybe even then we'll continue on. So then you can find us on Instagram, Greenwood Family Chiropractic. Yeah. Let's see. There we go. Okay. All right. Okay. So that does it for me. Thank you all again so much for joining me this evening. I hope you learned something new. If you don't, my pleasure, Stephanie. Thank you for joining. If after I log off, you think of some questions that maybe we didn't address in the presentation, by all means, feel free to contact the office. You can email me directly at drgrant, G-R-A-N-T, at greenwoodfamilychiropractic.com. So be well, stay healthy, stay safe. Can't wait to see you all back in the office. Thank you for, oh, hang on. I got another comment. Let me answer that before I hang up. Once I get there, come on. Oh, you're welcome, Vaughn. You're welcome, Dottie. Thanks for joining. Okay, y'all have a great night. Be blessed, stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you in the office soon.